mean, I'm trying not to go there because my mouth was foul too. And depending on who, like, this whole thing with Simone and Simone owing quad apology. Depending on who you ask, I don't think Simone owed nobody apology. Because depending on who it is and who you ask, and you ask me, I would have did the same thing Simone did. Because what you not done to do is play in my face as if I ain't been there because I've been there. Annie was the one was questioning it, kept questioning Simone. So she should have, and I'm like, well, you need to check Andy. Because Andy do know what happened. So he was just like he wanted to bring more context to the audience.
Well, it's definitely, from what it seems like, Simone has never really taken a liking to Kawhi. And that's what they need to get down to. There's an elephant that has been in the room since Kawhi got on this show, and it's finally coming out, but then we're making it about other things, and that's not fair to Kawhi.
No, it's funny because even last year when they were deciding to ice her out, I had no dog in that fight. And so they were asking me and Alicia not to say anything because we had no idea. I'm just coming in, I'm showing up to work. But I had no idea what was going on behind the scenes, and there was things that was happening behind the scenes, and they wanted a way to play it out on camera. They wanted to make it make sense on camera. And so I remember Simone was like, y'all, you told me, Alicia, like, hey, y'all just kind of sit back and all that, and because y'all don't know nothing about what's going on. And so I was like, oh, okay. But although
it made sense for you anyway, because it's gonna look like a court. She doesn't want Quad here,
right? And I didn't say anything, but I also had a heart for her, and I was like, look, I although like we didn't have any issues, but I was like, I don't want to make her feel bad. That's not what I'm here for. And so I was willing to be nice to her. And also I'm the one that actually was advocating for her. And Simone, if Simone can even actually vouch for me and say that I was actually advocating for Quad.
Well, that's why you came. Part of why you agreed to be on the show to help her out as well.
And so, like, I wasn't trying to be mean spirited and all that. And I was like, and I was like, well, what if? I was like, well, y'all. I was talking to Heavenly, and Simone was like, well, what if something happens? Like, what if she might do something? Like this is her whole life, her job. And so I felt bad in that way, and I was like, "What if she might do something to herself?"
Because that was presented to you when Heavenly approached you, like this, she needs it. So correct. You only know like this is all you know.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, "Yeah, what if something happens? Like, I don't want to be witness to that."
So there was a meeting of the mind. So Toya said she didn't. Why wasn't she invited then?
Toya, I talked to Toya about this yesterday, and I hadn't even talked to Toya in a minute.
So she wasn't part of it for real.
She did. She said that she didn't hear that there was any meeting. There was no meeting that she knew of, and she said that and even if there was, why does it matter now? Because she's on the show, right? So it's just like she doesn't. Right? Why are we talking about this? Like she was like, I feel like Heavenly's deflecting, like trying to take the attention off of her right now and her husband. And so we both agreed on that. We both agreed on it. But yeah, I mean, that was the first time I've talked to Toya in a minute. Actually, I called her up.
How's she doing?
She's doing good. Just traveling and all that. I think that she asked me if I was going to some Christmas party. They got Paris Hilton's mother, Kathy Hilton. She's having a Christmas party, and so we both got invited to it. So she was asking if I was going next week.